$2,000 a month. That is what some people are trying to survive on in Canada right now. Not because they want to test their limits, but because rent keeps climbing, groceries keep shocking at checkout, and paychecks are not keeping pace. The question is no longer whether you can live comfortably on this budget. The real question is whether you can live at all. And if you can, where exactly do you go? What do you sacrifice? And what kind of life awaits you on the other side of that monthly deposit? Let's find out what living on $2,000 in Canada actually looks like in 2026. Canada has always held this image in the world's imagination. Mountains that stretch endlessly into blue skies, cities that feel safe, clean, and organized, universal healthcare that does not bankrupt you, a multicultural society where over 140 languages echo through subway stations and coffee shops. People dream of moving here. Students save for years to study here. Families uproot their entire lives for the promise of better opportunities. But here is what the brochures do not tell you. The cost of living in Canada has been rising faster than wages for years now, and 2026 has not slowed that trend down. Food prices remain elevated. Rent continues to devour income. Transportation is not cheap. And if you are trying to do all of this on $2,000 a month, you are walking a very thin line between making it work and falling behind. Who actually lives on this budget? Students stretching their savings across semesters, newcomers who just arrived and are still finding their footing, part-time workers juggling multiple gigs, retirees on fixed incomes, people rebuilding after financial setbacks. This is not a luxury lifestyle. This is survival budgeting, where every dollar has a job and there is no room for mistakes. But it is possible, just not everywhere. Let's be clear about something right away. If you're thinking about Toronto or Vancouver on $2,000 a month, stop. A one-bedroom apartment in Toronto averages around $2,000 just for rent. Vancouver is even worse. These cities are designed for dual incomes, tech salaries, and established careers. On a $2,000 budget, you are not living in these places unless you are sharing a basement with 3 other people and eating instant noodles for dinner 6 nights a week. That's not living. That's just existing. So where can you actually go? The answer lies in smaller cities and mid-sized towns that do not make international headlines but offer something far more valuable: affordability. Quebec City is one of the cheapest places to rent in Canada right now. You can find a one-bedroom apartment for somewhere between $800 and $1,100 Canadian dollars. The city is old, beautiful, and dripping with European charm. Cobblestone streets, historic architecture, a lifestyle that feels slower and more deliberate. But there's a catch. Most jobs require French. If you don't speak the language, your opportunities shrink dramatically. Winnipeg in Manitoba is another option. Rent is reasonable, the job market is stable, but winters here are brutal. We're talking -30°C for weeks at a time. You need to be mentally and physically prepared for that kind of cold. Then there's Regina in Saskatchewan. Low cost of living, decent wages in certain sectors, but it's also isolated and lacks the cultural vibrancy of larger cities. Thunder Bay in Ontario offers affordable rent and outdoor beauty, but job opportunities are limited. Moncton in New Brunswick keeps costs low, but economic growth is slow. Here is the pattern. Affordable cities in Canada tend to be smaller, colder, or more isolated. You trade lower rent for fewer job options, harsher weather, or less access to services. There is no perfect solution. There is only what you can tolerate and what you cannot. Now let's break down the math. If you have $2,000 a month, here is roughly how it divides. Rent for a one-bedroom in an affordable city like Quebec City or Winnipeg will take $800 to $1,000. That leaves you with about $1,000 to $1,200 for everything else. Groceries will cost around $350 to $450 per month if you cook at home and shop smart. Utilities, including electricity, heating, water, and internet, will run another $100 to $150 depending on the season and your apartment size. Public transportation in most mid-sized cities costs between $85 and $120 per month for a monthly pass. That brings your fixed costs to somewhere between $1,335 and $1,720. What is left? maybe $280 to $665. That is your buffer for everything else. Clothes, laundry, toiletries, phone bill, any small emergency. There is no eating out, no weekend trips, no spontaneous purchases, no savings cushion unless you get creative. This budget works if you have roommates. Splitting a 2-bedroom apartment drops your rent to $400 or $500. Suddenly, you have breathing room. You can afford better food. You can go out once in a while. You can actually save a little. Without roommates, you're locked into a cycle where one unexpected expense, a broken phone, a dental issue, a bus pass you forgot to renew, can throw your entire month into chaos. Let's talk about food, because this is where people either succeed or fail on a tight budget. Canada is not a cheap place to eat. Grocery prices in 2026 are still elevated from the inflation spike of the past few years. A carton of eggs can cost $6. A kilogram of chicken is around $12. A bag of rice is manageable, but fresh vegetables and fruits are not cheap, especially in winter when everything is imported. If you want to survive on $350 to $450 a month, you need to cook every single meal. No takeout, no coffee shop lattes, no convenience store snacks. You buy rice, pasta, lentils, beans, frozen vegetables, chicken thighs, and generic brand staples. You meal prep on Sundays so you're not tempted to order food during the week. You learn to make chili, stir-fry, curry, and soup because they stretch ingredients across multiple meals. Street food in Canada is not as cheap as in other countries. A burger from a food truck will run you $10 to $15.
A slice of pizza is $6 or $7. A coffee and pastry at Tim Hortons, Canada's iconic coffee chain, will be about $8. These are luxuries on a $2,000 budget, not daily habits. Eating out at a sit-down restaurant? Forget it. Dinner for one at a mid-range restaurant costs $25 to $40 with tax and tip. That is your entire week's leftover budget gone in one meal. But here is the good news. Canada has incredible food diversity because of its immigrant communities. You can find affordable international groceries if you know where to look. Chinese supermarkets, Indian grocery stores, Middle Eastern markets. These places offer spices, rice, lentils, and produce at much better prices than mainstream chains. You also have access to discount grocery stores like No Frills and Freshco, where prices are lower if you're willing to hunt for deals. Famous Canadian foods? Poutine is the national dish, fries smothered in gravy and cheese curds. It is delicious, filling, and about $10 to $15 for a decent portion. Montreal-style bagels are legendary, denser and sweeter than New York bagels. Beaver tails, a fried dough pastry, are a winter treat at outdoor festivals. Butter tarts, tortilla meat pie, Nanaimo bars. But on a $2,000 budget, you're not tasting these things regularly. You're making them at home if you want them at all. What about the lifestyle? What does daily life actually look like in Canada when you're not wealthy? Canada ranks 7th in the world for work-life balance, the only country in the Americas to crash the top 10. That means people here generally do not work themselves to death. Full-time jobs usually come with vacation time, sick days, and reasonable hours. But that balance only exists if you have a full-time job. If you're on a $2,000 budget, you might be working part-time, contract gigs, or multiple jobs just to hit that income. Your work-life balance disappears because you're hustling to keep your head above water. Safety is one of Canada's biggest strengths. Most cities are clean, well-organized, and have low crime rates compared to other countries. You can walk around at night in most neighborhoods without serious concern. Public transportation is reliable, buses and trains run on time, the infrastructure works. Healthcare is universal, meaning you won't go bankrupt from a hospital visit. But dental, vision, and prescription drugs are not covered unless you have private insurance, which costs money you do not have on this budget. Social life on $2,000 a month is limited. Going to a movie costs $15. A gym membership is $30 to $50 per month. A night out at a bar means $20 to $30 minimum. Most of your socializing will happen at home. Potlucks with friends, walking in parks, free community events. Libraries become your best friend because they offer free internet, books, movies, and warm spaces in winter.
Canada is diverse and welcoming in a way few countries match. You will meet people from every corner of the planet. That diversity makes cities vibrant and food scenes exciting, but it does not make life affordable. The cost of living crisis affects everyone, newcomers and locals alike. Housing eats up too much income. Groceries feel like a punishment, and if you were earning $2,000 a month, you were part of the growing group of Canadians who feel left behind by an economy that rewards high earners and leaves everyone else scrambling. Now for the famous places. If you were living on this budget, tourism is not your priority, but Canada has sights that define the country. Niagara Falls is the most famous natural attraction. Millions of tourists every year. It is free to view from the Canadian side, which is better than the American side anyway. Banff and Jasper National Parks in the Rockies offer mountain views, turquoise lakes, and hiking trails that feel like walking through a postcard. Vancouver's seawall and Stanley Park are stunning. Montreal's Old Port and Notre Dame Basilica are worth seeing. Toronto's CN Tower and waterfront, Quebec City's Old Town, Ottawa's Parliament Hill, but getting to these places costs money. Bus tickets, train fares, accommodation if you are not local. On $2,000 a month, you are not traveling across the country. You are exploring whatever is within a cheap bus ride from where you live. So who should actually try to live in Canada on $2,000 a month? Students who have no other choice and are willing to share housing, young people in their 20s who can handle roommate situations and tight budgets without it crushing their spirit, newcomers who see this as a temporary stepping stone while they build skills and networks, retirees in smaller towns who own their homes and just need to cover daily expenses, people who are okay with sacrifice, routine, and delayed gratification. Who will struggle? Families with children. The costs multiply fast. Single parents, there is no financial cushion and no backup. People with medical conditions that require expensive medication or treatments. Anyone who needs a car. Owning a vehicle in Canada is expensive. Insurance, gas, maintenance, parking. It destroys a tight budget. People who need city energy and cultural stimulation. Small, affordable towns do not offer much nightlife or variety. Let's talk pros and cons honestly. The advantages: safety and stability. You are not worried about violence or political chaos. Universal health care. A broken arm will not bankrupt you. Clean environment. Public spaces are well maintained. Multiculturalism. You will find your community no matter where you are from. Access to education, libraries, online resources, community programs. Work-life balance. If you secure stable employment, Canadians value time off and family. Natural beauty. Even small towns have access to forests, lakes, or trails.
The challenges. Housing costs are crushing. Even in affordable cities, rent takes half your budget. Food prices are high and climbing. Winters are long and harsh. Seasonal depression is real when you have 5 months of snow and darkness. Limited job opportunities in small cities. You might need to take whatever work you can find, even if it is not in your field. Social isolation if you do not speak the language or fit into local culture. Lack of savings. On $2,000, you are not building wealth. You are just surviving month to month. No financial cushion for emergencies. One bad month can spiral into debt. Limited entertainment and social life. You are not going out, you are staying in. Here is the final verdict. Can you live in Canada on $2,000 a month in 2026? Yes, but only in specific cities. Only if you are single or willing to share housing. Only if you cook every meal, skip luxuries, and keep your life small and controlled. It is not comfortable. It is not exciting. It is not the Canada you see in tourism videos or immigration ads. It is a budget that works if you are young, flexible, and willing to grind for a few years while you build towards something better. If you are coming to Canada expecting an easy life on this income, you will be disappointed. But if you understand the limitations, choose your city wisely, live with roommates, and keep your expectations realistic, it is possible to make it work. Is it worth it? That depends on what you're running from and what you are running toward. If you are escaping instability, violence, or lack of opportunity, Canada offers safety and a foundation to build on. If you are chasing comfort, adventure, or an easy ride, $2,000 a month will leave you frustrated and exhausted. Canada in 2026 is expensive, challenging, and unforgiving for low-income earners. But it is also stable, safe, and full of long-term potential if you can survive the first few years. The question is not whether you can live here on this budget. The question is whether you are willing to.